Hello everyone, welcome back to another estate sale video. Today we are in beautiful Dearborn Heights, Michigan, home to various coffee shops, restaurants, quite a few coffee shops here. So before you come to the estate sale, you can grab a cup, come on in. We are located near the intersection of Gully and Michigan Avenue in Dearborn Heights. Only about 3 houses to our east is actually Dearborn. So this is a really cool mid-century house. I'll try and point out some of the interesting features as we look at all the things for sale inside. If you would like to work with us to host your estate sale, just let us know. I'm going to put a QR code, which you can find right over here, and there'll be a link in the description as well also as a link to the estatesale.net ad, which we have running currently, which has pictures, and then soon to have this video as well. So why don't you come on inside and let's take a look and see what we got. We're going to start in the living room today, and we have a kind of a mixture of things. This has got a lot of Christmas stuff in it. When we arrived here, a lot of the Christmas things were already in this room, so we just kind of left them where they were. We have all kinds of lights, all tested, working great. We have, what are these? Oh, these are star lights. They're really cool. And then some high quality Christmas ornaments here. We have ones that are in shape of bird houses as well. And then we have, I always like these swag lamps here. Now if you have a spot for them, this is a really cool swag lamp. These parts here, I think they're glass. They're either glass or they're lucite, one of the two. They don't feel like glass, it's hard to say. Anyway, this lamp is really mid-century modern kind of a thing. Maybe from the 70s, could be the 60s, but a very cool feature that you could have inside of your house as well. We have a couple just odds and ends here. We have a really nice clock. It looks like it's an anniversary clock, which is, I mean, in the old days when they would wind up the anniversary clock, you're supposed to wind it up once a year, I think, was the thinking. It never really worked though. And then over here we got some lamps and some decor, and this guy over here, I was trying to put him into Google as I couldn't quite find out exactly who he is. It kind of looks like a monk or something, or hard to say. But a lot of mid-century homes would have a fireplace like this with like what might look like exterior brick that's on the inside of the house. And this one, my wife actually pointed this out. We were working on this one together, and the fireplace is not exactly centered on the wall. It's a little bit to our right, and there's no brick over there. There's brick on this side. So this is where you put like your fire, like your logs and things like that, your fire supplies. So I wasn't exactly sure why they just didn't match it on both sides, but there must have been a reason. Something happened here before I arrived. So that's what we have going on there. The fireplace, not for sale. We have all sorts of interesting artwork, very nice pieces, some large, some small. And then this one here, my cameraman pointed out to me. He said, why is there a toilet clock on the wall in the living room? Well, this one he took out of the bathroom. So kind of a funny little clock to have in your bathroom. You know, I know it seems kind of obvious to have a toilet in the bathroom, but all right, now we're going to come into the office. A lot of mid-century homes actually had an office, and sometimes they would be right off of the living room, like this one is, or sometimes they're right off of the kitchen. It could be used as a bedroom, but it's kind of in my mind, it's kind of an odd bedroom because you have a doorway from the living room, and then you have another doorway over here which goes into the hallway. So I suppose if you could wall off that one, you'd have a regular bedroom here, because bedrooms should probably only have one way in and one way out. But we have a very sturdy desk here. It's all steel with a wooden top. I feel like it's laminated. It's a wooden laminated top. And all sorts of fun golf stuff. You know, there's little golf jokes and golf figurines. And let's see, what's going on down here? Oh, just some office supplies, a couple of cameras. We sell a lot of these Nikon Coolpix cameras. We've not put batteries in it, but it looks like it would work. I'm going to say that right now it's going to work. And then lots of books. There's a few games over here. I don't know, has anyone, I know the name of this game. Has anyone ever seen this one before? It's called Shut the Box, I think. Like you would roll, like you would open all these up here, and then you roll the dice. And so you got a 4 and a 5, so you get to close the 4 and the 5. And so the idea is to keep rolling the dice until you shut them all. Or shut as many as you can, because you can't always do that. All right, and then here's a bag of scissors. I don't know, we always find a million scissors. What are all these people cutting? I mean, the last house, if you saw our last one, there were probably 10 bags of scissors just like this. Just all over the place. I'm not sure why there were so many. Maybe they forgot they were there and then they bought more. We have a nice Simplicity vacuum and more books. And then there's a safe over here, which has the combination. It's right on there too. So you'd want to remove this, I'm sure, before you used it. It's obviously closed now, but I'm not going to. Oh, should we open it up?
Let's do it.
Should we open it up? All right. Why don't you pause this here? Well, I tried everything I know. I can't quite figure this one out from these instructions. So if you know how to open a safe, you should probably come over here and buy this safe. We'll have it reasonably priced. We've not priced anything yet, and we're pretty much done setting up. We just have to put price tags on everything. We like our estate sales to be as organized as possible. We price everything and let you know what the price is up front. And then on the last day of the sale, which is usually Saturday, everything will be half price. Okay, we're over here. Come on. We're going to walk this way. We're going to go into the master bedroom. And there's kind of an interesting feature about the house in here. We do have, well, we found, I think there's some costumes here, maybe Halloween costumes. And then there's all sorts of things that you might need for your own house. There's a few decorations, useful things. There's a shaver over there. And all kinds of, we have all kinds of hats. We're going to end up hanging up all these clothes here, but the closets have clothes. This one has men's clothes in it, I believe. No, this has nothing in it. Okay. Note to self, look at the closet before you shoot a video. So we have these really interesting mid-century lamps over here. We actually have 3 of them. I thought there would be an even number. There should be 4 or 2, but there's 3 of those. We have some costume jewelry, and then one of these, this one's full of watches in here. None of them seem to be working. They probably all need batteries. Because that's what you do, right? Your battery runs out on your watch, you go run out and get another one. This one has, looks like it's some badges, not Girl Scout. Well, that's Girl Scouts there, yeah. There's some Girl Scout badges in there. Anything else? Some pins and things like that. So we do have some interesting costume jewelry here. I believe all the drawers are emptied already. Yeah, those are all empty. And then here's the interesting feature, is this bathroom here. I thought it was just another closet, but I mean, this is, there we go. This is like barely enough to, you know, take care of business here, you know. It does have a shower, and it's not much bigger than this closet is deep. So they did manage to fit one in there. I'm not sure if this is an afterthought or I mean, it's styled in the similar manner as the rest of the house, so who knows? But kind of cool idea. You got one right in there, so it's kind of like a little ensuite. All right, now here's a second bedroom of the house, and there's a couple of nice dressers, matching dressers here, and then just some things that we found inside of them and inside the room in general. And then over here is, oh, these are a bunch of Avon cologne bottles that were popular. I remember getting one when I was like 9 years old, and it was this bottle of aftershave. I'm going, well, I'm not sure what to do with the aftershave. I'm only 9, but this one I thought was interesting. It actually looks like Champion spark plugs, but inside of it is a little bottle of, there's nothing in it though. A little bottle of cologne would have been in there. So very interesting stuff there. We actually even have the boxes for them, which is even more interesting. I've only seen them without their boxes. But we have a whole set of Avon here. Looks like there's probably about, I don't know, 15, 17 of them, something like that. I know someone's going to count them on the video and say, "No, you're wrong." Sure, go ahead. Let me know. And then we have these two newspaper headlines from the Detroit Free Press, when apparently we won the Stanley Cup. And what is this one here? The grand finale. This is probably when we won the baseball pennant. Let's see, what year? Oh, it says 1999. I thought it was 84 or something like that. I don't know. Well, anyway, that's two sports newspaper headlines right there. There's nothing in the closets back here, but we're going to take a look at the dining room and the family room next. Okay, now we have some nice pieces of furniture here. There's a nice corner display case. There's a bookshelf. It could be a combination bookshelf and I guess you could put a little TV in there or something like that. I've not seen it like this though, where they have this cupboard door opens up. You know, it could have been like, maybe it's a bar. This could be a bar, yeah. Because why would this be up here then? So you put all your booze inside there, close it up, put more booze on display down there, put your glassware on top. That's probably what it was for. We have some Christmas decorations in here. We have another nice cabinet back here, display cabinet. This one is not a corner, it's just a regular flat-backed one. And then we have all sorts of nice small figures here. Some of them are nicer, some of them are less expensive when they originally purchased. Some of these are, you know, they have names on the bottom of them. Let's see if I get lucky here on one of them. Yeah, this one says Two Turtle Doves by Andrea, 1991. So not super old, but they're very nice figures. And then over here is, I like to call it the Hummel Army, like the terracotta soldiers in China. All right, we have all sorts of Hummels, and some of them are not Hummels. Some are something else, like this is something else. This one is not Hummel. It's from Italy, actually. These are actually carved out of wood. So they're not ceramic like the Hummels are over here. So they'll have those very competitively priced. Don't worry, we're not going to charge, you know, $40, $50. We were just in an antique shop and they had ones like this. They were charging like $30 per Hummel, and they're going, well, not sure you're going to get 30 bucks for a Hummel. We have some nice birds here. Some of them have names on the bottom. Like this one is Blue Jay by Andrea, same one that made the other ones. And then we have this here. I kept looking at this, going, I don't know what this is for. I mean, it's not an ashtray. Maybe something went on top of it. Can't quite figure that one out, but it came with this bowl. At least it fits in that bowl. Well, I don't know. Help me out, folks. Help me out here. Over here is some steins. There's a Coca-Cola stein. This one is just, oh, this is a Christmas one. Does it have a name? St. Nicholas's stein, or St. Nicholas stein. First in the series. Handcrafted in Germany. Here's one with a mallard's head on it. Let's see, does it have a name on the bottom? Yeah, this is the mallard. Prince of Ducks. I didn't know ducks had a royal lineage. All right, that's really cool. And then we have some glassware, not as much as the last one. Like I said, if you watch the last video, it was incredible how many breakable things were in that house. A lot of it was glassware, but this has some mid-century pieces, and it has some that might be a little bit newer than that. Mostly clear. We have a few colored pieces here. No uranium glass. It's too bad. The last one was full of uranium glass. And now we'll take a look at the kitchen, and then we're going to be going downstairs. Well, now we're in the kitchen, and we're going to take a look inside the pantry. Can't both fit in there at once. So the pantry has small appliances, mostly useful things for your home. There's some old Tupperware pieces we have as well. Oh, we're back over here on me. All right. So we have these two stools as well. These, I'm not sure the year on it. The leather on them is quite thick, so I'm thinking that these might be 1970s, maybe 1980s chairs. I'm going with 70s on this one just by the quality of the work. And then we always have to have a set of these Tupperware here. We actually found all four of them. Let's see, they have the design. Yep, they have the little star on there. They can be washed up and used for keeping your flour, sugar, and two other things. I'm not sure what they would be. Maybe coffee and tea or something like that. We did see one recently that had one for nutmeg and allspice. And I said, that's awfully specific. But we have this great turkey plate for sale, turkey platter. You know, Thanksgiving's not that far away, everyone. You're going to want to get in on your turkey platters here. And we have a microwave. This is some Corelle ware here, which is some nice, ordinary, everyday dishes here. Not quite full sets. Let's see, it looks like there's a set of 4 or 5 of them there, so that's not too bad. You know, we have this really nice set of china. It comes with three shakers, though, for some reason. Not sure what the third one might be for, but it's got, this is the pattern here that you can see. It is Style House Embassy, made in Japan. And this one even comes, I've not seen this before, it comes with the coffee pot too. Put that back. It comes with the bags and storage for them all. We have a refrigerator for sale. The stove is built in, so it's got to stay, but we have a refrigerator for sale as well, and in the basement there'll be a washer and dryer. It's been nicely cleaned, so don't worry, it's not going to be gross on the inside. So let's go downstairs. Well, now we're going to be in the basement for a little bit. There's a lot of rooms in this basement, so we're going to take a look inside of all of them. And I see you're noticing that I have a vest on today. This vest is for sale here. It looks like it was homemade. The woman that lived here was very crafty, and has this patch from the Ausable River or something on it. But I'm not sure if this is for a man or it was made for a woman. It doesn't exactly fit me, but I thought I'd show it to you, so if you wanted to wear this around town, you have an idea of what it might look like on you. It will be here. We have be here with all these other clothes we have for sale. These are, let's see, these are mostly just some pants and odds and ends we found. This thing, well, I don't even know what this is. I should know what these things are, right? But there's a nice silky robe right there as well. So let's take a look around in the basement. I think I might just wear this for a while. It's kind of comfy. All right, let's see. We're going to go into the workshop first. We'll turn on the lights in here. I put some brighter bulbs in so we could see what's going on. There's some tools here. These are very popular for a while, all these little drawers. Keep all your parts in. We have probably the second largest vise we ever sold is right here too. We actually came out easily. A lot of times I have to get a grinder out and cut the darn bolts off. They're all rusted on there for so many years. We have a Husky tool chest for sale. And this one here, does it have a name? Oh, it's a Master Mechanic. Very nice name right here. We have all sorts of kind of miscellaneous tools. All the power tools have been tested. We have a torch over here. This is probably empty. Let's see. Yeah, empty. Thank goodness. So I could probably throw that out. But we have some wrenches, a couple hammers, a few hand tools. They almost always sell. We price everything in here to sell. So, you can often find, like $2, $3 tools in here. Sometimes dollar ones. We try to bundle them up. Like we have, for example, if we find a bunch of things like this, some old wrenches, we'll bundle them up into one lot so that you can buy them at one time. We have other ones like that too. There's a little workmate over here. And, oh, I forgot about these. Here, there's a couple of, I guess these would be for, I want to say they're for hanging plants on, but you poke them in the ground outside and you can do something with them. I guess you could put lights on them. But my guess is that you probably would hang a pot from here and it would just kind of swing in the middle or something like that. You do what you want with it. It's your heart. All right, let's go in the other room. All right, come on in. We're coming to what I believe this would have been like a rec room or something. There's a couple of golf clubs here. This was interesting. We found this, someone must have worked for Ford or one of the car companies nearby. This is a diagram from, let's see if we can find what car it is. Showing the trunk capacity per proposed car from this was started in 1939. So this is quite old. I was trying to see what kind of car it was. Well, it might be on here. I don't see the name of the car, but anyway, that's the drawing for the car. They're kind of showing like dimensions for the trunk and, like, for example, the length of the steering shaft and all that kind of thing. So very interesting. It needs a better frame, but you get everything that comes with it. You get the broken frame and the print as well. Oh, what do we got up here? I think these are, those are just frames. Here is another mallard. And then there's this guy. It's like a kangaroo. And it's got a spot in the back. I'm not sure, maybe that's for flowers or something. I don't know. This is before my time. And then we have some more books here on, these are books on, let's see, shop theory, practical shop. So there's some shop manuals. These were probably used in school, I imagine. Maybe not high school, but maybe like a college situation, community college. Not really sure. We have a Ford World with the memorial to Henry Ford II right here. And then we had, this is also some Ford items. Let's see, I forgot what it was. These. Oh, there we are. It's a 75th anniversary of product design, 1978, and it's signed. These are probably William Clay Ford, L.C. Veraldi, and E. Bourdinot. So, yep, that's, I think William Clay Ford owned Ford at the time. But anyway, it's just the 75th anniversary certificate. So I imagine that was something that would have gone out to the employees. And then I've got this box here. Man, I hope you can help me out on this box. It is screwed shut at the bottom, and it's got a name. It says Ann Schallenberger. Now I know a lot of you are probably going, oh, it could be someone's remains. It's not heavy enough. Maybe that's what you put them in. I don't really know. But we'll find out. I'll ask the owner. Maybe they know what that thing is. I hope that's not what it is, because that's a whole other issue right there in itself. All right, we have, actually we have two different tube TVs. These are great for playing old video games on. A couple of bowling balls. These are the chairs that go with an old table set, probably 1950s table, kitchen table out in the other room. So, but we didn't have room for them out there, so we put the chairs in here that go with it. And then there's a couple piece of exercise equipment. There's like a bike of some kind and a treadmill. At least this treadmill, you get to it. The last one, it was like on the second floor and no one could get it down. So, but this one has, I guess this might be the remote for that TV. But we got this, and then in the next room we have some more surprises. All right, let's take a look at what we have on this wall here. There's some outdoor decorations. These are all like cutouts, like duck with a daisy umbrella and some flowers and things like that. These may have been made by the owner. It's hard to say. They kind of look like it. I was told that she was teaching craft classes down here, and that would explain some of the other things that we found. We found like a lot of half-finished things and raw materials for crafting. Here is a nice buffet unit. These all get heated up. We've not tested it out, but it doesn't look like it's even hardly been used or used at all. You plug this in, these little sections get hot. Here's an old roaster, an Oster roaster. And then we have a couple of mid-century modern type dressers here. They're all empty, kind of nice. They're in pretty good condition. There's a few, well, this one doesn't really seem to have much in the way of marks on it. This one I think I saw, there's some wear on the top here and there's a scratch along this side. Over on top of it, we have a hand-painted nativity set here. And it's very nice. It doesn't have the manger, the barn, or anything like that, though. It just has these parts to it. Very nicely done. There's the gold trim on it, too, or gold paint on it. And then we have, I don't know what's going on here. I guess you would call this like a fairy. It's ceramic. You get this thing for free with it. There's more little cutouts probably for the yard or for the wall. These are probably wall pieces. They're all Halloween themed in here. We have Easter theme over here. And then here's the world famous birthday duck. He's ready to go. We have a couple of Elvis plates over here. Let's see if we can get on the Elvis craze that the kids are all crazy about these days. There he is. Here's Elvis plate. We have two of them, two different ones over here. I'll show you the other one if you come to the estate sale. And then some baby Disney bookends. This looks like it might have been for sewing, something like that, maybe just a purse. And then various pieces over here, different decorative styles. There's some Thanksgiving. There's also Santa in the box, like an animatronic Santa. And you know it's collectible because on the side of the box it says animated collectible on it, so that's how you know. And in this section of the basement is mostly the crafting supplies. There's flowers, there's some unfinished pieces over here, all kinds of things, decorative, everything. Every one of these houses also has to have this particular Tupperware, not just the canister set that we saw earlier, but you have to have one of these. My mom used to use this, I remember, for proofing bread in. She put her bread in there for Easter and let it proof in there for a while. But we already have one. I think we have hers and we have another one that we found recently. And all sorts of crafting items over here. There's trains, there's some books, frames, all kinds of miscellaneous stuff. You know, you're welcome to take a look at. We did find this really cool set of glasses. I think we're going to be separating these for sale, but there's this blue set with flowers on it. And then there's this set, which is just this golden color. This is very 70s right here. And we have a set of 4 of each of those. And then there's also some, some coffee mugs in here. And actually there's 5. There's one more of the golden color. And there's one, this is like a juice glass or something. Like one, comes with one juice glass. So I don't know what happened to the other juice glasses. There probably were 6 or 8 of them there originally, but that's what's left of them. So very cool. You get your fondue on here as well. Really nice fondue set. Most of these have very little use on them. People thought it was a great idea at one time. Say, hey, let's fondue, and they do it once or twice. That's enough. And they put it away. It ends up in the basement here. We all have things that happens to us like that. And then, let's see. Oh, they're cool salt shakers from the 70s. There's something, I think of the little stoppers inside there. And then there's those 2 delights for children. And we're going to go take a look in the garage next. We have some interesting blow molds in there. Well, just like magic, something appeared while we were shooting this video. Apparently the owner's daughter dropped off this very nice piece here. This could be used for things like jewelry, because they're all divided up here, or whatever you really need it for. Yep, I think that's the only divided one. Yeah, only the top one is divided. A very nice piece. It looks like it's not on wheels, but very nicely built. Handles on the side so you can lift it. And then we also have a Christmas tree in here, which we've not opened up yet. And a couple of coolers. There is a really nice Coleman PowerMate generator over there. And we've not started it up yet, but we're going to. I've been told it works. We have some nice blow molds down here. We have 4 of them. Looks like 2 Christmas and 2 Halloween. And then on this side, basically we have like the general hand tools and things. We usually sell most hand tools like rakes and that kind of stuff, pitchforks for like $3 each. So like I said, the idea is to get the house cleared out so that people can sell the place. So we're not here to nickel and dime everybody on every little thing. So if you need help with your estate sale, feel free to click the link in the description or the QR code, which will be over here. And we'll be happy to come out and take a look and see what you have at your sale, and we'll help you clear out your house, get everything ready so you can sell it. The sale that we're at currently is going to be August 27th to the 29th, which is the last weekend of August, and everything on Saturday will be half price. So come by for all the great deals and bargains. We're going to have everything priced to sell here so we can get the house emptied out. Isn't that right? Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you can subscribe to my channel, and we're going to have another estate sale coming up in October. That'll be our next one and our last one before the weather gets cold, because in Michigan, you know, after Halloween, that's kind of the end of it for us until probably April or May. So anyway, I'll be taking a little bit of break in there. I don't think we'll have any sales in the winter time. But thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.